Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be super coolio. I'm really excited. Let me get my paperwork in front of me. I have with me J.D. Hill. He's the owner of R.City. We just heard his ad. I am so excited to have you back on. It's been a while. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and what farmland for the future means.
So my name's JD. I started R.City in 2013. I was a student at ASU, got a finance degree, got a sustainable business degree, an entrepreneurship certificate. I graduated in 2010, and I wanted to be a farmer after graduating.
Wow, all of that for a farmer.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was a golf caddy throughout college, caddying for a lot of successful people, and I started telling them, hey, what do you want to do, JD? I said, I want to be a farmer. And they said, that's a terrible idea. I said, why is that? And they said, well, even if you're the greatest vegetable grower of all time, you can't sell. You can't sell wholesale because you can't compete price-wise. The local restaurant community can only support you so much because they're running on razor-thin margins and, they have to watch their food costs. You can cross your fingers and pray and bring your produce to a farmer's market, sell half of what you bring there. The other half's going to wilt on the table. It's not a
Sound like a great idea.
Yeah, I said, well, actually, I don't want to be a farmer.
So what happened?
So in 2013, I learned about the 5-gallon bucket business, is what it's called, sort of. And what it is we come straight to your front door and we exchange a 5-gallon bucket and you put your food waste into it. So banana peels, coffee grounds, napkins, leftovers. We collect 100% of any food waste item, and then all your paper items like coffee filters, napkins, paper towels, stuff like that. And then all that compost or food waste, we take it down to our farm where we compost it all ourselves, and then the compost is not sold. It's all used to build farmland. So we are building farmland for the future.
That is so, I can't say the word, it's so cool. It is really, really, really cool that you do that. Now, another thing that you do besides what you called it bucket business is you also offer to deliver from your farm organic produce. Let's talk a little bit about that too.
Right. So the reason I was so excited about the 5-gallon bucket business is because I said to myself, that's how I'm going to sell. Because I was being told I couldn't sell, so I don't want to be a farmer. Well, when I learned about the 5-gallon bucket business, I said, that's how I'm going to sell. Anybody who would sign up for the 5-gallon bucket is going to be very interested in buying local vegetables and supporting the local farming community. So I went all in. I started in a backyard with a shovel. I worked myself out of the backyard. I partnered with a local nonprofit farm for a couple years. Then I started leasing my own 2.5 acres. Now I have 16.5 acres in South Phoenix. And what we've done is, with all the revenue we get from picking up food waste, we're able to cover all the typical overhead costs of a small farm. So overhead costs are land, water, equipment, tractor, diesel fuel, refrigeration, the distribution, fertilizer, compost. We cover all the overhead costs of a small farm, right? And then farmer can come onto the farm and farm at no cost, right? So our business covers all the overhead costs of a small farm through the food waste collection business, and then farmer has now no risk. They have labor cost, and that is it, right? So we have de-risked local agriculture by building this business, and now farmer, they sell 100% of what they grow to me, and I do all the sales and distribution of the vegetables. So we deliver vegetables straight to your front door. We sell them in a farm box, is what we call it, a farm box. And on our website, you can sign up for as little as $10 a week, and we can distribute $10 of freshly grown local produce straight to your front door. We have a special right now where if you pair a $30 farm box with your compost service, you get compost service for free.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. And everybody has compost.
Right.
Because you all are, you've got vegetables and you've got things that you're going to throw away.
Paper towels.
Paper towels. So instead of that, you are actually helping the environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time helping you guys, but also that it comes back. It's something that you do for yourself that's coming back to yourself, because you're also going to get now, if you want, you're going to get the organic farm fresh food, the produce.
Right. This is all about building the local agricultural community. Now, everybody knows that small farming has been a bad business for a long time. You can go to the farmer's market, you can talk to the farmers, you can ask them how it's going. It's very hard and difficult. Farms keep getting bigger and bigger, right? Small farms keep disappearing, losing their land, struggling. Nobody wants to be a farmer anymore. If I wanted to be a farmer after graduating college, I would have had to get a loan for land, get a loan for equipment, get a working capital loan to make payroll, and then grow some crop and then make sure I sell that crop. Otherwise, I'm going bankrupt. So farming is a very capital intensive business. It's really risky, especially for small local farmers. And what we've done is completely eliminated that risk through the food waste collection business. So now the more food waste we collect and the more households that are diverting their food waste with us, the more farmland we're going to buy, the more farmland we're going to be able to build, and the more farmers, local farmers, we're going to be able to support and grow. So this is a really like a small engine for the local farming community. There's a term called resilient food system, and basically what it means is, is how strong is your food system, right? Well, now, with the price of oil, the price of food going straight up, the price of fertilizer going straight up, right? Our business, the amount of food you get in your $20 farm box, it's the same amount of food you got in your farm box a few years ago. So our model is very resilient to inflation.
What's awesome when you think about what comes in the farm box. Give me an idea of let's say the one that you did this week, of the different vegetables that was in it.
So today you got melons, okra, eggplant, cucumbers, winter squashes like butternut squash, spaghetti squash. There was some onions, basil.
And it's all organic.
It's all organically grown.
And you know what? If you went to go purchase that right now, in the market,
right,
guarantee you it's more than $20.
Well, it's a lot more expensive than it used to be. Our price competitiveness just keeps getting better.
Right. And so it's awesome. It's really, this is the way to go. And of course, you don't even have to leave. They've also made that easy for you because they deliver it. And you're valley-wide?
Right, valley-wide. When the driver leaves the farm in the morning, you get a text, and it says your delivery driver is going to be there between noon and 2 o'clock. Then when the driver gets there, leaves the farm box at your front door, switches out your compost bucket with a clean bucket, you get a text that says your farm box and compost service has been completed. So it's really, really easy and customer friendly.
Now we've got our lines open here. He wants everybody to get entered to win an 8-week farm box subscription. So you're getting 8 weeks of this organic produce right to your door. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Let me just tell you something. Just the idea of this, the whole thing that what you're talking about, it's heartwarming. It's like, I want to do something to help, and this is how you can do that. You guys that are throwing away your trash, away the scraps that you have, your paper napkins, your paper towels and stuff like that. All you have to do is put it into a 5-gallon bucket.
Sealable lid.
It's sealable,
right.
And they put that, and that's done weekly.
Right. You can sign up for weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month, depending on your own situation.
Call in here. It is so cool. You got to check them out. It's 602-277-5369. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. We're going to keep talking because we are live on Facebook, okay? So going to keep on going in here. I have to get out your website. And I have it because I've been focused on what you're saying, right? It's an awesome thing that you are doing here for the local. Are you looking for also farmers as well, or do you have enough of that?
No, that's our bottleneck. So there are not a lot of farmers, right?
Are you looking for some?
We're looking for farmers.
Looking for farmers. Okay, go ahead. I wanted to ask you that. So tell me what you're looking for. Farmers of what? Anything or what?
Of seasonal produce,
Seasonal
vegetables,
produce. That's
food. We want to grow food, and we have the land, we have the water, we have all the compost. I buy all the extra organically certified fertilizer. I got all the refrigeration. I can sell produce because now, like I was telling you about the bucket business, we have over 4,000 households doing the bucket. I just send an email out with the sale, and it's sold.
Right. Why not?
Yep.
Right.
So I can sell a lot more produce than I'm selling right now. Our bottleneck is farmers.
And getting the food, right?
Well, farmers.
Farmers that
Growing
are
the food.
growing the food there
Right.
on your property.
So we've had a lot of what are called beginning farmers, right? That have come out to the farm and given it a shot. There's no risk. It's just their labor. Everything that they grow, we're going to buy it from them, and then I sell it.
Do they have to do the work? It's like, okay.
They have to grow it.
They have to grow it. So
Right.
they have to come out there. They've got to
Get
plow
on the
land.
tractor.
They're
Yep.
doing the work.
Absolutely.
Right.
They're
But
the
they're
farmer.
doing what they love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're using your facility to do that.
Yep.
So they don't need to have it themselves.
Right. I cover all the overhead costs, so there's
Right.
no risk to become a
Does it
farmer.
matter how much that they grow, or do you have a certain amount of acreage for them to be in, or whatever it is? I just said that.
I say start with one row.
Okay.
One row.
So
is,
one row can give you, let's say, corn.
Mhm.
Okay. Would you do one row of corn? I mean,
Sure.
What else would you do?
Well,
let's say.
I like to. Right now, it's melons.
Melons.
So melons. There's
Big time.
tons of different types of melons.
Right.
Cantaloupes, honeydew,
Right.
watermelons,
Right.
all different kinds of
Okay.
melons.
And also, for right now, because it's we're getting into the fall season,
Right.
melons and do you like pumpkins and things like that? Can they grow that kind of thing, or more?
Pumpkins aren't a great food to sell. People
sell?
don't eat a lot of pumpkin.
Right.
Right now we're planting butternut
Squash.
squash.
I was going to say squash.
Yep.
That's what my mind wasn't thinking. I needed to be balanced. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, there we go. So welcome back, everyone. This is something that is really cool. I want you to check out his website. It is R.City. That's it, folks. It's R.City. Go in there and check them out. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he delivers valley-wide. Now, there are so many facets to your business. You needed more time. I mean, it's amazing that you could talk about this. Unbelievable. You started off with how many acres? Like one?
A backyard.
A backyard. And now you have how many?
We're on 16 and a half.
16 and a half, and he's growing. And he wants to we talk about sustainability, right? And there's two different sides of it. If you want to just do composting, several different sides of it. The composting, maybe you want it's a 5-gallon bucket that you get, and you could do, you said weekly, it could be bi-weekly, or it could be monthly, right? And so that is just your scraps there that he's going to collect from you. He then brings it back to his farm. He now is going to turn that into compost. He's now going to take and grow what's on the farm. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Also, once it's all grown and he's got it coming out of the ground, he's going to then now turn it around, and he delivers farm fresh organic produce to your home.
Right.
And he's valley wide. So we've got our lines open for everyone to get entered into this 8-week farm box. It's a subscription that you're getting. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Right now you're looking at a lot of you're looking at a lot of melons, right? You've got your squash in there, you've got the cucumbers, and quite a bit of stuff. And it's like, what is the dollar value of it? $20?
Average is 20.
Average is $20, which is it's so cool that he's doing this. And if you want to do something that's local, buy local, this is where you're going to do it. Also, I asked you during the break if you needed farmers. I didn't even know if I should ask you. And you were excited that I asked you because you said yes.
Absolutely. So farmers is our bottleneck. There's no school spitting out farmers. The average age of a farmer is getting older, and we're looking at a future of who's going to be the farmer. farmers, right? We've had a lot of beginning farmers come out, and even though they don't have to pay for the land, the water, the tractor, the diesel, the refrigeration, they don't have to do any sales work, they just have to grow food. Growing food is a lot more difficult than most people think.
Especially here in Arizona.
Yep.
The ground is so hard, it's like clay. It's not, but you have it so that they can come and they can farm on your land.
Right.
You take care of all of the overhead for them.
Yep.
They do have to work it. You got to farm it. But you know, I got a neighbor. I can't wait to tell him about it because he had to build a big giant garden box for him to do that. And let me tell you, very little comes out of it because of the ground, because of the soil that we all have. But he could literally come to you. Does he have to be? Are there any requirements, or could it be someone like that just actually loves to grow their own? Or do they have to be a real quote-unquote farmer? Tell me about that person.
So anybody who's came out to the farm and tried it has not been a farmer.
Okay.
Right now, we have a gentleman who's the farmer. His name's Danny. He had a few years' experience working at organic farms in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Moved here in November, and he's our farmer right now. And he's doing a good job. It helps to have some experience because your whole income is going to depend on whether you can grow food or not.
Right, but there's a lot of people out there that do love to do this. You're looking for farmers. You want to be local. This is the way to do it. If you're a farmer out there, if you're somebody or you know someone, this is what networking is all about. He's looking for your people. Even if you just have the experience, you don't have to be quote unquote the farmer,
right,
but you have experience on it. And if you've had a hard time with it, you've been doing this for a long time. You're spitting out produce quite a bit because you're valley wide and you've been doing this for quite some time now. You're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so you are getting food, but you want more.
Absolutely. We can grow a lot more food, and I can sell a lot more food. Our customers want.
And he's
the
doing the
local
sales.
vegetables.
So you're doing the selling.
Yeah,
okay?
we do all the sales.
So let's say somebody then out there went and did, some cucumbers with you. Okay.
Yep.
You said that you usually like people to start off with one line.
One row.
One row. And they got some cucumbers they're growing. Now you're selling his cucumbers, right? How does that work? Obviously you have a little bit of a profit of it. How does that work?
So I go to WholeFoods.com and I look at what the price of cucumber is. Now we price just a little higher than WholeFoods.com does. So say Whole Foods is selling cucumber for $3 a pound, right? I'm going to sell it for $3 a pound, $3.25 a pound, and then I'm going to pay the farmer 50% of that retail price. So if you go to the grocery store right now, doesn't matter what grocery store it is, the average part of that purchase that actually goes to a farm is less than 25%. So when I go to the grocery store and I buy some broccoli, let's say I pay $1 for the broccoli, less than 25 cents actually went to the farm, and that farm had to pay all their overhead costs, right, to grow it, right? And then they got to pay labor.
Anything on it.
Right. So now the farmer is getting 50% of retail, and they have no overhead costs.
So that's a win-win.
Absolutely.
And he's looking for farmers, but he's also looking for people who want to give him compost, who want to give him your trash, basically. Right. And he's going to turn it into compost. And then what he's going to do is he's going to now then farm his land. Yep. And then he delivers you right back to you guys if you want it. You don't have to, but most people are doing that. You said. Right? Once they're if you're giving them the 5-gallon bucket, why not want that other service?
Right. Everybody does it.
I just said that exactly. Yeah. So you can check them out on their website. It is such a cool thing. It's R.City. That's all it is. He's rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he's valley wide. Maybe you want to just start off with the composting. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and you said it's covered, and it's awesome, and you're helping. You're helping our land.
You're
right?
helping build the local agricultural community, because every food waste bucket that we pick up, you're just putting gas in the tank for the local agricultural community, because that's what this business does. We're we're de-risking local agriculture.
That's so cool. So we've also got our lines open here for everyone to get entered into win. It's an 8-week farm box. Tell them what that is so they hear that.
8-week farm box. You're going to get a delivery of vegetables worth a $20 value for 8 weeks in a row, delivered straight to your front door.
And it's awesome. And so you've got your composting going. It goes right out the door. You're going to feel good about this. This is a feel-good thing, right?
Absolutely.
And go ahead.
Well, and it makes a ton of economic sense. So right now we're saving municipalities money. When you sign up for this service at your house and you put food waste into the bucket instead of in your trash can, that's saving the municipality money since they pick up the trash. They got to take it to the landfill. The landfill charges them to dump it there. There's transportation costs. Food waste is the heaviest piece of trash that there is. So we're just saving money for municipalities, and municipalities really have a choice to make here. Are we going to model recycling? So there's cities like Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Austin, Texas that have mimicked recycling. And recycling, if you know anything about it, it's a very bad program. You throw all the different stuff into one blue bin. Very little of it actually gets recycled. Right?
Because everybody's just throwing whatever they want in
So
there.
if you mimic that system with compost, you're going to get the same result, and the end compost product from that waste stream is not good enough to be used in agriculture, and you don't connect the consumer with the farm, and you're not de-risking agriculture. You're not paying small farm overhead, right? So if our system is adopted, municipalities are just going to save money. It doesn't cost municipalities any money to promote this program. All we do is save them money. And what's going to happen is they're going to build a resilient food system, because the more food waste we collect, the more farmland we're going to buy, and the more farmers are going to be able to farm without risk.
Wouldn't it be cool? You got to have this vision that you were going every week, every day, to different areas, and you went to every household, because everybody should be doing it. Throwing it out in the trash is really just, it's such a waste. And
Right.
Nothing happens with it.
Right.
Where this is, it's a win-win for everybody.
Right, and every one of our customers knows that they're helping the local farmer. It's not just going to a compost facility, getting put in a bag and sold at a big box store. What you're doing by putting the food waste in the bucket is you're building the local agricultural system. So then we are going to have some kind of resiliency. We're small. I started in a backyard. I've been building this thing brick by brick. We've never stopped growing, right? We can grow a lot faster, and we have all the wind behind us.
Now, the number to call here, we want you to get that 8-week farm box. That's a subscription that you're getting. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Again, it has a little bit, tell them what it got, this week it's got in there.
Melons, winter squash, like spaghetti squash, butternut squash. There's okra, there's basil, there's some onions,
and you're
cucumber,
getting,
eggplant.
It's an awesome thing and not only that, if you want to, you can get into the bucket. You can get in the bucket business if you want.
Absolutely.
And you can have the 5-gallon bucket so that you can put your compost in there for them. So he can turn it into that, and then he's going to just keep on growing. That's what he wants to do. So call in here for the 8-week farm box subscription. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Look what he's done with his degree. I think it's fantastic. Again, the number to call here, he's valley-wide. It's 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Go up on his website. You can read all about him. He's really a terrific guy. I love what he's doing. Talk about local. It's R.City, or call in here to get entered into win this 8-week farm box subscription. If you don't win, I want it. Our number here, 602-277-5369.